With the Royal Rumble now in the background, we move to further down. Well, we move further down the road to WrestleMania, and we look back at some of the after effects of the Rumble. And one of the after effects of the Rumble is this match right here, as Roxanne Perez and Charlotte Flair interacted during the Royal Rumble, and I believe it was actually Charlotte Flair that eliminated the Prodigy from the Royal Rumble, so it is fitting that we have this match right here between the Queen and the Prodigy. With the interaction in the Royal Rumble, we also may be seeing a return to form between the boss and the Queen, but I'm sure that is something we might be seeing as time goes on, because it doesn't need to happen right away, as I believe, well, Charlotte Flair is definitely not going anywhere, but I would say it is very likely that Sasha Banks is not going anywhere either. The Prodigy looks like she's ready to dive. Tope Suicida by Roxanne Perez takes out Charlotte Flair on the outside. A Tope Suicida by Roxanne Perez takes out Charlotte Flair on the outside. What a move by the Prodigy. Head scissor takeover by Roxanne. Roxanne sends Charlotte Flair back into the ring. It is pretty obvious at this point that we now know that Karma is one of the women challenging for the World Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Either Ronda Rousey or Lita. So the question is, if Karma chooses Ronda or Karma chooses Lita, who will the other challenger be for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania? What I do believe is that as a backpack driver by Charlotte takes down the Prodigy, as the Queen is in full control of Roxanne Perez right now. Who will challenge the champion that the Royal Rumble winner does not challenge? That is something that will be answered in the next couple of weeks. And also stay tuned to WrestlingExpress.net for the answer to said question, as Charlotte taps into her father's arsenal of maneuvers, dropping that knee that we saw so many times over the years from her father, as Charlotte shows her agility, doing a leapfrog and a drop down, followed up by an STO, or a variation of an STO, taking down Roxanne Perez, as again, the Queen is in full control. But Roxanne fights out of it. Roxanne drops Charlotte, coming out of the corner ferocious with a bit of aggression, dropping Charlotte Flair with a Fez Press is Roxanne Perez. But Charlotte cuts corners and takes advantage as she sees another opportunity and another time to do a drop down leapfrog. Testing the stamina, testing the endurance of the Prodigy is Charlotte Flair. Big elbow to the top of the head as Roxanne surprises Charlotte with a roll-up. Let her press in a 1 count. Big clothesline missed as Charlotte follows it up with a few knife-edge chops, and now is attacking a knee of Roxanne Perez is the Queen. Let her press, but the Queen only gets a 1 count as Roxanne kicks out again. Big boot takedown. But Roxanne takes down Charlotte Flair with a follow-up. Drops her down. Big clothesline by Roxanne Perez. Charlotte gets to the outside. Pulls herself up on the apron. Hot shot by Roxanne Perez. Takes down Charlotte Flair. Hot shot by Roxanne takes down Charlotte. Roxanne with a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. Let her press. And a 1 count. Tope Suicida by Roxanne Perez. surprises Charlotte Flair on the outside, not giving her an opportunity to recover, not giving her an opportunity to get her breath back, is Roxanne Perez. But Roxanne gets reversed as she goes for a powerbomb and Charlotte squirms out of it. Looks like we're back to the backpack driver. Backpack driver by Charlotte stunts any momentum that Roxanne was building. Leg sweep. Roxanne gets herself back into the ring. The last time we saw Roxanne Perez outside of the Royal Rumble was against the EST, as Roxanne defeated Bianca Belair. Can she do the same with the Queen? Only a 1 count. Very unique roll-up by Roxanne Perez, but Roxanne was not able to capitalize. Roxanne Perez, crossface, but Charlotte had the ropes. Charlotte had the ropes. Leverage. I don't know if you would call it leverage or what you want to call it, but the fact of the matter is Charlotte took advantage of the stature. Her size came into play there as Roxanne went for a crossbody and Charlotte with an overhead throw. Sending Roxanne up the ramp. Charlotte took a moment to posture, but Roxanne took a moment to pull her outside. Big elbow drop by Roxanne Perez. Big elbow by Roxanne. Forearm shiver. Big right hand. Roxanne with a variation of an STO. Or maybe it's not an STO, but something as simple as sweep the leg. Charlotte heard the 5 count and then did a nip up. Charlotte heard the 5 count and then nipped up. Stayed outside till the count of 6. As a head scissor takeover from Roxanne Perez. Takes down the Queen. But the Queen pops herself back up. Wait a second. Pop rocks by Roxanne Perez. Pop rocks by Roxanne. Charlotte kicked out. Pop rocks, but Charlotte kicked out. Charlotte found the leverage, and Roxanne lost the opportunity. But Roxanne is now in the corner. Charlotte introduces Roxanne shoulder first into the ring post. Alley-oop power bomb out of the corner. Wait a sec. Charlotte's going for the figure 8. Charlotte is going for the figure 8. Charlotte has the figure 8 locked in. But will Roxanne Perez be able to sustain the pain of the figure 8? Or will Charlotte Flair put away the Prodigy? It looks like Roxanne's fighting out of it. It looks like Roxanne's going to be able to fight out of it. Can Roxanne actually fight out of the figure 8? Roxanne found a way out of the figure 8. Roxanne Perez found a way out of the figure 8. Roxanne Perez found a way out of the figure 8. Takes down Charlotte with a clothesline. Drop toe hold by Roxanne. Big double axe handle to the back of the neck of Charlotte Flair from Roxanne Perez. Roxanne's up top, measuring Charlotte Flair. Roxanne is up top, measuring Charlotte. Meteora off the top rope by Roxanne Perez. Charlotte kicked out. Roxanne can't show the frustration. Drop toe hold. But Roxanne's going back up top. She planted herself. Crossbody. She catches the Queen. But Charlotte kicked out again. But But I think Roxanne was going to take an opportunity there. But Charlotte showed the veteran know-how of rolling outside the ring. Charlotte showed the veteran know-how rolling outside the ring. Both women reverse each other. A wicked forearm shiver from Roxanne Perez. She goes to sweep the leg again, but Charlotte reverses her. Roxanne reverses her. Drop kick. The fact that Roxanne Perez is standing toe-to-toe with the Queen is a testament to Roxanne Perez that she is able to stand toe-to-toe with the Queen. Calf kick by Roxanne. Calf kick by Roxanne. Roxanne is measuring Charlotte. Charlotte reverses her. Roxanne reverses her back. Seesaw battle continues between the Prodigy and the Queen. The seesaw battle continues between the Prodigy and the Queen as the Queen gets knocked to the floor by Roxanne Perez. Roxanne is measuring the Queen on the outside. Meteora! Meteora off the top by Roxanne Perez. Meteora off the top by Roxanne Perez. Roxanne sends Charlotte back into the ring. Roxanne sends Charlotte back into the ring. Pop rocks! Pop rocks! This has gotta be it. This has gotta be it. Roxanne Perez, the Prodigy, has beaten the Queen. The Prodigy has beaten the Queen. So not only has Roxanne Perez now defeated Bianca Belair, but Roxanne Perez has now defeated Charlotte Flair as well. Two big victories for the future of the WWE Women's Division. Roxanne Perez is slowly coming into her own before our very eyes. With that being said, that is it from me, and I will see you in the next one.